My beautiful stars, reading time. Handle a situation with care and grace is your leading message. So Salem's got the zoomies. Let's see what you guys are currently going through. What's the situation that you need to handle carefully? Okay. All right, so 7 of coins in reverse. Oh, all right, 8 of, okay. So we've got 7 of coins and Knight of Swords in reverse, but we've also got 8 of Cups. So there's clearly something that's, sorry, don't mind her, she's running around. There's clearly something in your life that's had you really weighed down for a while. A true lack of effort towards you. You're looking at this situation as a missed opportunity. This person could have presented quite insincere, quite hurtful towards you in the past. Never really making, never making their intention truly clear towards you. This has definitely been an out of control situation that has been very heavy. This person could have chosen to walk away from you and whatever this situation is, but remember the leading message right now. There is something you've got to handle with grace. There is something you've got to handle quite carefully. And hold on, I just want one more for this 7 of, So there's something finally becoming clear to you with something that's had a lot of lack of effort and has seemed not worth it. Okay, so let it be this person has entered your life, right? Or they have been in your life but haven't been treating you the best, especially with this insincere, hurtful, I don't want to say they're a bully, but maybe a little bit rude towards you. You should never let a personality type like this bring out the worst in you, especially if you know you are quite a graceful person, quite compassionate, maybe really full of empathy. It's not about not speaking up for yourself, but I always say, especially that 8 of Cups, sometimes that cup we need to walk away from, we don't want to walk away from it, but we know that cup is keeping our other cups off balance. And it's beautiful. In traditional tarot, he, she's walking towards that moon, that feminine energy. And I just think there is a reason hurt people, and I just wouldn't be stooping down to this person's level right now. Like, I'm just hearing you're better than that. Sun, whatever this situation is, I feel it's either just starting to get illuminated in your life or it's about to. This is a very positive card. And this is really a card about infinite potential, a lot of beautiful possibilities. And I'm just so stuck if this is someone that's connected to your heart space, or if it's like a family member, or it's just the space in the heart that I'm feeling. Hold on a second. Let's just get one more for your top row. There's something here that has a potential for a lot of success, but just these 2 cards are quite, I don't want to say nasty, but they're very kind of heavy, hurtful energies. 6 of Cups. So it's to your heart space. It could be someone from childhood, but this is also about soulmate energy. But again, this card specifies tenderness, the sweet things in life, shared moments and memories, very sincere, soulmate. There's a reason I say everything. This could be quite a few different situations in your life in an odd way, like a few different people. 7 of coins in reverse, 7 of cups in reverse. Whatever this is, we've got illumination and we've got a clear focus, clear decision. Either you're sitting in or it's on its way to you. So what you once were very confused about, what you once maybe had wishfulness over you with, what once really confused you, it's about to really come into full focus. Wow. So Ace of Coins upright. Something's flourishing. An offer of some sort that has the potential to be quite abundant and secure. And I always say, especially if this has been a while and it's seemed very lack of effort, very bogged down, very heavy, right? And you've hit the brink, is this even worth my time? I always say that Ace of Pentacles is probably one of the longest cards in tarot to ground. It's not just an instantaneous, oh, there's an Ace of Pentacles. This comes from a lot of hard work, dedication, consistent effort. And I always say, when that Ace of Pentacles intuition hits you, let it be with a job aspect, let it be with a love connection, let it be something your intuition is just telling you, if I knuckle down on this and I don't give up, I know this is going to be something that really grounds my life, and it's going to make me feel like I'm being touched from the heavens. So whatever this situation is, yes, it's been confusing. Yes, sometimes you feel like it's really been a waste of energy, but it's always had an Ace of Pentacles energy behind it. So again, commitment gets tested time and time again. Me personally, the Star and the Ace of Pentacles are my miracle cards that I've allocated. So maybe this is why you're not really meant to lead with emotion with whatever this situation is. It's hard when we've been treated like this to find the good in someone or the good in a situation, but I just feel intuitively this could be something very special in your life. And it's really funny because I actually feel seeing this isn't just matters of the heart, it's something financial as well. It's like, as a collective, it's not just matters of the heart that have felt stuck. It's also been your pentacle path. It's like things are starting to flourish at the same time, but you're either just starting to see it just now, or this is something that's about to arrive very soon. And that's an important detail. If you've had a lot of areas in your life that have just felt very frustrating because of how stagnant it's been, there's been an Ace of Pentacles behind this. All right, this Eight of Cups. I'm on the fence if this is what happened to you, or if this is maybe what you need to do, or you're thinking that this situation needs to be walked away from. But if it's something to do with your Pentacles, I wouldn't be walking away from that. Not just yet. That seems like it's about... Okay, so... maybe you've had a real lack of balance in your life. Maybe you're someone kind of that energy, all work, no play. Or even if you are in a connection, you know, you'll always prioritize work, or the other aspect, you're always prioritizing love over everything else. There is something in your life that needs a little bit more balance, and kind of whatever you're always completely on top of, and other aspects in your life you don't put as much energy into, they're saying you need to reevaluate something here, because this collective, you're lacking balance in quite a few areas. And I'm kind of hearing all work, no play. I don't know if you're a little bit of a isolated collective. I find majority of my collectives here are more in that lone wolf kind of energy, and that's no way to live life, especially when it comes to love. Deviation for a reason. If you were someone that, and you would see a pattern in all your relationships, once you find companionship, you know, you kind of cut yourself off from family, friends. It's kind of your person's your be all and end all. And I say long-term, longevity in a relationship, this never works. It might work at the start or the first couple years. You put too much pressure on your spouse. And those little tiny, I don't even want to say arguments, those little tiny things that should just be a challenge turn into an argument and conflict, because you've got no one to turn to. And it's like the littlest thing your person does can really get under your skin. You become a very critical lover, right? I know it sounds irrelevant, but it's so important for a long-term flourishing connection. You have support around you. So let's say you have been in a separation, right? And through this separation, yes, you're meant to heal, yes, you're meant to evolve, but you're also meant to evolve the things that have created friction a lot of times, your past cycles. And I see a lot of people that go through an awakening, a soul discovery. You think you're healing, but there's still those core things that have caused friction that you haven't healed. So if you're a collective, because there's a reason I'm saying it, that you are someone so prone to just lavish your love on one person and cut yourself off from everyone else, this doesn't serve you. It's never served you. So this collective, I just feel you need, and it's not about having a whole group of people around you, but at least that one or two people that you can turn to and, you know, go out for lunch or go out for dinner or pick up the phone when you're, you know, going through some grievances. There's something here you need to just bring into balance a little bit, okay? It's an important detail because that message came through very strong for this collective. All right, what's this missed opportunity? Whoa. You got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands in reverse. So this person's a very impulsive person. I can understand how this would have upset you. Very unpredictable kind of energy. Never know what version of this person you're going to get. Makes sense with this rude. Maybe this person's held a grudge for a very long time. They could be quite a jealous kind of person. Very hasty with decisions, especially these two here. Maybe they've presented very arrogant through this. I feel this is a situation you really need to handle with grace. Like that seems like a very childish, immature energy, someone that just doesn't understand emotion and how to be sensitive towards other people's difficulties. They're kind of, especially when triggered or in some form of grievance and their armor's up, they lack empathy and compassion towards the opposing party, aka collective. I just feel this person clearly doesn't know how to handle their in-depth emotion, and unfortunately, if someone's hurt them, it's that personality type. You've hurt me, I'm going to hurt you 10 times worse. That's sad. I want one more for that row. But justice. So learning life lessons. So maybe this is the only version you've seen from them. This person could be struggling with legal issues right now as well. I just heard that maybe you're not even aware of. But this is, you know, when I talk about our purple curtain in life, our good and bad karma, that's the justice card. That purple curtain is bound to us life after life after life. It's not just this lifetime's karma that we're clearing. Do I think you've seen this person go through a justice period? I don't think so. Again, the message is handle carefully and with grace. This is about truth and balance being revealed here. And if this person, let's say, was hiding something and wasn't ready to speak about it, maybe this is why they've presented. Not that I'm making it valid. No one should be treated this way. But like I said before, I don't think this person, when you were in alignment with them, really understood their emotion. And if you don't understand your emotion as a person, how are you going to treat someone with a nice emotional balance? There's something that's happened in this person's life that has really started to iron out some details that I just don't think you've seen. And let's be real, side note, I did hear law, and if this person walks through life like this, impulsive, hasty, makes really stupid decisions without thinking about it, whatever this situation is, it's this behavior that's gotten them in trouble. And I always say, hopefully, most people, once they walk through the fire enough, they start to learn, right? And if this person creates fires constantly because of this behavior, maybe this was the kind of last fire they needed to walk through to realize this isn't good to treat people like this, make decisions from an energy like this. Whatever this is, Justice is at play. Okay. So this card specifies, this Four of Swords, ghosting, stagnation, exhaustion. So again, I feel it's this person, but this is what's getting illuminated. Okay. So this is also, this card specifies activating dormant abilities. So there's a reason I'm talking about healing and self-discovery. You might have even activated your third eye because of some of these situations. But everything you're feeling burnt out with, restlessness with, you've got the sun coming over you. I'm on the fence with this. I feel some of this collective, you're kind of just starting to hit this energy, or like I said, it's about to come in, because this is your ruling energy. All right, this Six of Cups. Wow, so this has been restricted. So this, especially soulmate energy, restricted. It was always destined to return home, but the restrictions, and let's be real, if this is this person, that would never have worked. That needed justice energy over the top. But the lack of progression, the stalled energy, how postponed this has been. The biggest details I'm seeing right now, what you would be going through, really aware of lack of effort and things that don't feel worth it in your life. You are on the verge of walking away from something, right? And if it's your Pentacles, I wouldn't suggest doing that, but you do need balance. Walking away, giving up on something, and you're also reflecting on this behavior being done to you. My intuition is telling me it's this person that has kept you a little bit stuck. I feel this person's the ghost. Do you see this? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence if this is, again, just entered and things are getting illuminated and you don't know what direction to go with this. Again, handle with care and grace. And this, I feel there's still a lot of lost hope with this. But the right collective, you're already going through some form of decision of walking away from something in your life, and you're reevaluating the lack of balance you have in your life emotionally and physically. Okay. Could be a King of Wands. All right, I'm getting called to get that purple deck quickly, because I feel this is kind of a now energy. And then for this collective, I'm going to break down career as well as love, because I'm really intrigued to see that Seven of Coins, Seven of Cups in reverse with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, what's around this collective? Oh, that's where the trigger comes. So that, of course, that look at them, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands in reverse. They have, I don't want to say that word, but they have presented very self-involved and very selfish. You could have had a pregnancy with this person, but there's an expectation of behavior 100%, because you haven't been shown anything different with this cycles. So fate, karma, justice curtain, something's ending, something's about to begin. One more. Water sign, emotion running high. So you could be a water sign, they could be, and you had that King of Wands at the bottom, so fire sign as well. Maybe this is something that's been slowly trickling in for the past few months and you weren't even aware of it. I want to confirm this card. Yeah, it's them. I knew it. So I don't think they're this, but I definitely believe the behavior they've shown to you has been very arrogant and entitled and self-involved. There's definitely been a lack of empathy. I could feel it all over that energy. The thing is, this person, and I said it, it's not that they don't feel, it's not that they don't understand their wrongs after the fact. I think this is someone that can have a lot of guilt and fixation on their behavior, but it's when they're in the middle of an emotional outburst, they don't see their wrongs, which is terrible. And the sad thing is, because this person reflects after the fact, right? When the trigger point comes up, right? So even though they've reflected, and you see this a lot of people know they have an abruptive energy. They can get angry. They can be like, people are aware of it. But the thing is, and I always say it's the first step, being aware of it. But there's a difference between being aware of it and healing it, because I feel this person is aware of their wrongs. But every time they get triggered, they still have acted the exact same way emotionally. Right, collective? This will make sense. It's only just now that curtain, there's something here that instead of just being aware of it, they're starting to realize, because of their decisions, their actions, their behavior, they keep repeating the same shit in their life. And once you really start to become aware that how the world works in cycles, and it really is our emotion and decisions that can really affect our karma, our purple curtain in life, this is when you really start making change. And you don't pick yourself up every single time at the start, but then it goes to 1 in 10 times you soothe the trigger before expressing, then it goes 1 in 8, 1 in 5, and this is why healing takes so long. But you eventually get to a point, because you've created the habit to find center in emotion before expressing, that you handle these triggers differently, okay? And I feel this person, unfortunately, they've really presented this way to you. And the reason I'm going into so much detail, because they're not this, because you can feel how they reflect. It's that they haven't been able to deal or change how they react in life until clearly of recent. And I will break them down to confirm what I'm saying. Hair in my mouth. That this person is wanting commitment here. And remember, I said to you guys, it's not about not having boundaries. It's not about accepting, but it's just not retaliating in the way that this person, unfortunately, hasn't just treated you but other people in their life. Like, you're better than that, okay? This is being sent to you right now through your angels, but also this two together equals lost pregnancy. So if you haven't lost a pregnancy, because this is a loved one watching over you, and so either you guys had a miscarriage, a termination, you've experienced a lost child. This is an important detail, because that is my confirmation of lost pregnancy, okay? So maybe there hasn't been an in-depth discussion about this, and this was another reason this person dealt with this the only way they knew how. There could have been a lot of hurt tied to this. Hold on, I want one more for that. Yeah, you clearly never grounded it, but earth sign could be important, or maybe this baby's due date should have been earth baby. But now they're a beautiful spirit baby. It's on your shoulder. It's such a touchy subject talking about that, because anyway, or as well, I'm hearing it. There could have been opinions about this situation from an earth sign. All right. Sexuality could be a detail here, but you guys have had a lot of cycles because of the emotional imbalance. This was about, and you can see it, especially through having to figure themselves out emotionally. So this collective, you think this person has been emotionally unavailable, which they have. You've really thought this is just a waste of time. I need to move on from this. But biggest thing here, and again, I'm not telling you to excuse this behavior. I want to make it clear. This person was never balanced emotionally, but I don't think this collective was either. And there really could have been a detail about sexuality that this person hadn't really confronted in themselves. I've had a couple collectives this week where this has come out. There's that fire again. Okay, so they really are. Emotions are running high. They're reminiscing, sexual chemistry going over. And you would have felt used, especially if you're seeing them like this. So whatever's happened here with this person, it hasn't been, it definitely hasn't been easy. But that makes me feel it's not in just yet. One more. Yeah, caution. You've got two about a new beginning that's on its way, but this does need caution. And remember I said handle carefully. Okay, everything in divine timing. So there's something being released, especially with this cycle, through divine timing, but it's not about excusing it. Again, the biggest message is handle with grace and care with whatever. I always say there's a difference between confession and communicate. Okay. But let's break it all down. I just want to get, let's just get 5 just to confirm your actual connection. Again, so they are spying. And this was done that way. Silent treatment, abandonment. This is why confession's coming. Things have not been spoken. Breakup, separation, but you need to stop the pattern of whatever this is. Don't fight fire with fire. Silent treatment, abandonment, but watching, looking, stalking. You could have felt, I wouldn't be surprised if you felt gaslighted here, or there was a lot of truths that were denied, made you feel... Anyway, this is focusing out, obsession. I think you both have had periods of focusing out on one another and obsessive thought pattern. Okay, so we've got heart with a key. It's so funny, the way I'm talking about this collective, and I always say as a reader, we embody the collective's energy. I'm so on the fence to... Like I keep saying, don't do it if you don't want to. But it's like this right collective, you're transitioning from just believing this person's the one and unconditional love. And I think for so long you did. But I do feel you have your walls up a little bit. And maybe you've started speaking to someone else, or you're starting to, you know, connect your heart space to some... There's something here. The right collective, your energy has shifted towards this, because I just can't get past the main message. And I think for so long, this collective, you would have always handled this with... I don't want to say care, because I feel you guys have had frictional communication, but I think you've always in the past wanted this person in your life, but there's something shifting with that energy. And I feel this is, without you know, I feel there's irritation in you. And I think that irritation, but it needed time. So again, it's been some time, needed time, took a lot of time, cycles, time to heal, progression. Let's get one more twinny at the bottom. You could have, because I'm fighting saying this for this collective. One more. 2 more. Okay. So this is about liking each other, but the stabs in the back. So you didn't just get the axe here. So this is your connection, right? This isn't how you feel or how they feel. From up above right now, they are saying, yes, there's been betrayal. They're 2 very painful cards. That's a 10 of swords kind of ending, but the lack of closure. Okay, your closure was the pain, the removal. Right now, this person, over your connection, they're looking in. This whole time, you guys have both cared for each other. This person didn't know how to express themselves. You didn't really know how to express yourself. Right now, they're saying this person does still have a key to your heart. But the feeling I'm getting from this collective, you don't want it. And again, main message, handle with care and grace. There's clearly still a seed in you that believes this needed time. it was destined to have time apart. It was, you guys were destined for this because you both needed to learn from this, and this person definitely needed to learn from that behavior. I always say behavior like we were going over, that's not just you they treated like that. That's part of their shadow, their armor. That is no life to live, treating people like that, especially if you have a destined plan. If you guys are really divines, you have a plan in this world. But behavior like that, it needs to be healed. So clearly this collective, I don't think you've ever had a separation this painful and what felt so much betrayal to you. It really activated your codependence and your abandonment and your chasing in life that, you know, made you start seeing yourself. Okay. I'm going to break this down, but first I just want to get your career out of the way because I feel there's something really magical coming for this collective. I just want to tap into that Ace of Pentacles energy that you guys are going through. All right, we're going to get the Crow Tarot for you guys. All right, this collective career. Okay, so you've been working very hard. Page of Pentacles, you're someone that maybe certain goals and milestones that you've had in place are about to really be knocked off. But I think this collective, whatever this path is, I feel it's a newer path for you. So, and I see this a lot, especially in the divine community. You can be stuck in a certain job for years, or be that kind of personality trait. You switch jobs every couple years. You were never really sat into your career. But I feel this collective, whatever this Ace of Pentacles journey has been for you, this is clearly connected to your blueprint, your true destined path in life. And I feel this is the first job that you've been in where you know it fulfills your soul, right? But it's been hard work. You had to start brand new. But this is in this deck, and I always see it now when it's that study of magic. But this energy really teaches us to work hard and be well directed and lead with ambition, okay? This is beautiful. 5 of Coins in reverse. You've got a huge turning point coming. So what you feel like there's been a lack of effort, or really having to claw your way up that hill to get to where you've envisioned. Maybe you've had periods of really stressing about your financial path. You've got a big change coming. Very big change. But again, it's because of all your dedicated effort and hard work. And right now, the right collective, because remember that first part, I said you'd be seeing a few changes here. There's something about certain goals that you've already had in place that are starting to be ticked off. Maybe you've got a little bit more motivation than you usually have. There's something internally shifting in you. And it's funny, we're tapping into your work, and your first 2 cards are Pentacles. Okay, 2 of Wands. So you got big decisions coming. A lot of things to do with future planning. So, and I see this a lot. People that really feel like they've delved into their true path in life. You kind of think it's set in stone, and whatever you've been doing, it's been tools of the trade for your next chapter. And I do think you've got some important things coming up when it comes to career that's really going to set you up for new goals, new endeavors. Okay. You got big decisions coming on your table soon. And again, it goes back to that 8 of Cups and that 2 of Pentacles. This collective, you might really have to walk away from something, but it's going to create more balance in your life. It's actually something I'm hearing, work smarter, not harder. Okay, something very beautiful. It's really going to set you up. And maybe that's an important outlook that you might need as well. it's funny because, and you see this, we can get very comfortable. I'm hearing that it's kind of like you're a big fish in a little pond, and it's a little bit intimidating to just start a completely kind of new venture when you really feel like you're already kind of soaring, but there's something here that is going to be far greater for you. And it's actually, again, it's working smarter, not harder. It's so funny. We're really taught in this world that we should be working 8 to 12 hours a day to be successful. When you follow your passion, your birthright, you know, you're really only meant to work 4 hours a day with something. And I get it when you're starting a business and a career, but Pentacles, and it's literally like 80% of our life. If it's not something that makes us fulfilled, if it's not something that makes us happy, it creates so many abundant blocks and we get stuck. This collective, there's something here, and I do think you follow a passion of yours, but what's coming, it's just, I see so much excitement that it's going to create in your soul as well. Especially if you've had feelings of a bit of detachment from, like I know I said before, you're getting more motivation, but if you've been wanting to alter things or change things already intuitively, it's for a reason. It's preparing you for something. Sun, and that's my yes card. It really is beautiful energy. So you got the sun in your first deck and this deck. There is something huge coming for your, that's happiest card in the deck, and that's my confirmation card. So again, infinite potential and possibilities around you, and it's that energy rush. So it's again that excitement. Very nice. Tower in reverse. So you've learned a lot of internal lessons as well through whatever, again, the tools of the trade. I personally see that not external chaos and sudden shifts, but internal. And I think this collective, whatever you have been doing, you've learned a lot of internal lessons and a lot of internal discovery, and that's probably going to be your biggest obstacle to actually put 2 feet in. I do think you're going to question. I do think you're going to have a little bit of fear to take a leap of faith into the unknown. And I always say this, just before something huge comes into our life that can completely change our life, we get that fear. It's that, I don't want to say devil energy. I think all energy is beautiful. It grows us. But we get that little voice inside of our head creating fear, especially if we're already sitting in comfort that, nah, I'm just going to stick to what I'm doing. And I think that's one of the internal things that are going to come over you that you need to be stronger than. And you need to trust in your abilities and your capabilities in life. And there's definitely going to be an emotional lesson about seeing yourself and your value here and not falling short to fear. All right, let's confirm these. Empress, meant to. And brand new path. You just literally a brand new path in your life and a lot of opportunities, but focus on one cup at a time. Don't confuse yourself. I think you've got a lot of different offers coming in, but whatever the main thing is, it's meant to be brand new for you, not something you're already doing. It's starting again. It'll be kind of in the same field, but expansion of some form of way. But a lot of opportunities will present, and it comes back to this. My advice is don't choose comfort, but don't try and take so many things on board at once, because that just murks your energy. Pick a cup and focus on that cup. And it's going to test your commitment as well. It's so funny, in the Witchy Poo Tarot, he's on his little road and he's got his little stick with his little thing tight. It's like he's just off on the yellow brick road, It's one path. One path. I want one more for that. 7 of Cups. Yeah, holy moly! You choose one cup from the Page to the King of Pentacles, and I always say he's sitting on the top of his mountain having his cake, eating it too. He's the most abundant king. You choose right, it's just going to set you up, okay? And maybe as a detail, there could be an earth sign tied to this decision to kind of confirm this energy for you as well. But I'm more seeing that transition, that you choose the right thing here. You're set up. Again, working smarter, not harder. Okay, so your power, your action. I always say he's great. He's so good when it comes to self, to Pentacle path, because of his determination, his power, his action, and his logic. He's unstoppable, and that's where your turning point comes. Look at all this masculine drive you're going to need as well, and that's masculine energy. It's that willpower, determination, locking in, not giving up. All right, very heavy masculine energy here, which is going to be needed for this, and that's why you need to lead with logic, not emotion. Feminine energy, emotion, masculine energy, logic. You clearly are an intellect, this collective. You would have such a powerful mind. For you to get this as the potential of what this will be, you are so strong when it comes to work path. Like unstoppable when you're locked in. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. They normally come in pairs, but every time I do a reading and I sneeze, they don't come in pairs. It's really weird. All right, this decision. Oh, so many want to come out. Justice. It's part of your purple curtain in life as well. Okay, you need to be very precise. It's a manifestation for you, but it's so funny that the magician can really be seen as but the reason the magician is depicted as the manipulator, because he's the creator of universal magic. He manipulates magic and energy to his favor, right? But because this is in reverse, you just don't want to be it's kind of this 7 of Cups. When this decision comes, you need to make it with strength, okay? You need to focus on that one thing at a time, really confirming this 7 of Cups, and don't give in to fear. You are the creator of magic. Whatever you decide to do in life, that will turn to your favor because of your strength of when you are locked in to whatever it is. That's that Ace of Pentacles. Remember we were describing the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you feel it. You feel that this is going to change your life. So you just don't give up. And that's the kind of determination you're going to need on this one. Powerful. Every fiber of your body is going to know this is right. Every fiber of your body, but it's the self-doubt that creeps in. You will know when this opportunity, you'll know. It'll sing to your soul, but it's going to be truly your self-doubt that, can I really, maybe a bit of imposter syndrome might come over you. Do it. The only way to get through imposter syndrome is to soar at whatever you feel like you're an imposter with, okay? You'll always feel like an imposter until you are sitting in it, you've overcome it, you excel at it, whatever the situation may be. You need to fail in life to gain in life, and people are so scared of failure. Anyone that's truly successful, the amount of times they've failed, pick themselves back up again, perseverance, determination, that's what creates the energy of gain. Not giving up through failure. And the amount of masculine energy you have on your spread, you embody that. You embody perseverance, determination. Failure creates greatness. And no one should be scared of failure. Oh my God, Ace of Wands underneath the Sun. It'll change your life. And it's just going to activate your mind in such a beautiful way. That is my card of true creative flow, excitement, so much passion and force to get anything done. Look at the strength and fire behind you when it comes to this career decision. Could entail travel as well. But what this is going to do to your mind, magic. Oh my God, look at the 3. So that's your internal lesson as well. Don't lead with emotion, lead with logic. You just got the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups. You could be a masculine, but I just think it's more the masculine energy you need to embody for this. But we're one king off the Emperor. So it's that, that's what you're going to be lacking, that King of Wands. So remember the King of Wands? That's so important that he's the only king missing, because this is underneath the internal lesson, right? So instead of stressing emotionally, you need that King of Wands energy. And he is a conqueror. He is a leader. He believes in himself. That King of Wands. And he honors himself with the right decisions. So that's so telling here. Don't lead with emotion. Lead with the action and logic. Lock in. I just want one more. We got the Queen of Wands, not the King of Wands come out. Stop it. It makes me feel you're a feminine I think you are a born leader. I think you're just a magical being. But you might really, if you aren't a female, you might resonate that you lean more towards feminine energy. And I think that really confirms we need your King of Wands, yes. Don't lead with emotion. Lead with logic. Lead with your yang energy. Okay. You're magnetizing. She's the magnetizing queen. And again, anything she locks into, she's captivating, especially with that magician energy. You would walk into a room and you would light it up. So whatever this is, this opportunity, I feel like you just are born with that influential glow. You're born to make a change. Believe in your strength. Believe in that magnetism you have within. You'd be like honey to a bee. That's what I just heard. Okay. I just quickly, I just want to confirm that with the universe. Yeah, this is part of your story. And it might really, and everything we say is for a reason. This might really get you out of your bubble to be more extroverted, to go to more events, go to more things. This collective, you need that. You need that. And maybe that's where the fear comes in, for you not to do it. But this is meant to lead to early retirement for you. This is meant to truly establish you in life because of your ambition, all the experiences you've had. This is going to be a huge achievement that is longevity for you. Okay, it's your career, true career development on its way. It's part of your soul's path, and it's going to grow you even more spiritual growth, your past life self-evolving more, your connection to source. This is going to truly ground you in life, truly. The bridge between two worlds. But maybe what you've been doing for so long was to improve your communication, really create effective communication. A big thing I was feeling for this collective, what you have been doing, it's been the tools you needed for this next chapter. This is going to help you overcome certain hardship. Okay, overcome barriers. It's really going to create harmony in your life through certain collaborations that are destined for you. They're destined for you. And it's funny because you had all of those there is, I do think, a connecting energy in this decision as well. Like opportunity, collaboration wise. And they're a soul connection. They're meant to be. I was literally just about to say you didn't get Two of Cups, which is a bit... whenever I do career and there's some form of collaboration energy, me personally, I've allocated, like through my team, because tarot's your tool, I always allocate, if it's a trusting thing, to see Two of Cups. And in my mind, I was just thinking, oh, Two of Cups didn't come out. But then the dog came out. This is about loyalty. It's about soulmate. It's kind of a Two of Cups energy. They're very supportive, okay? It could already be a peer of yours, but soulmate, dependable, helpful, faithful companion. So I'm seeing such a big path, but maybe one of your first steps is to collaborate with someone, and that's what gets you out, especially because of the fear and self-doubt that comes over you. It's important. This person's birthday could be 18th of the 10th, 20th of the 8th, 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th. It's going to balance you, center you. Oh, Falcon. I think the right collective you've had maybe ages ago, intuition, or you've visioned something like this. This is your third eye has seen this, or maybe not completely what's coming in, but it's like you've had intuition about this, but this is going to increase your abilities, your skill set, your focus, a powerful transition. You need this garden energy in your life. That's a big part of your first part. Changes, true connection to your higher self. Falcons could be an important sign for you. Wow. So complete transformation, change, a renewal over restlessness. This could create, and I saw that with that Ace of Wands, this could entail you to move as well. The time has come. Take inspired action. Don't sit on the decision for too long. Don't get nervous. It's your self-doubt. So when this comes, this is the start of a brand new season. You're meant to be a trendsetter, but this is a new experience that's going to create so much power in your soul. Okay, you're a leader. New beginnings to ignite. And I feel already you're feeling it. I don't want it because I felt like you've got motivation, but I wouldn't say burnout, but there's something already intuitively, something you're wanting change. The only thing that's going to stop you here, and it's a test to see yourself. This is such a nervous, the ADHD mind looking at don't. Trust. It's kind of that head of the pack. You're meant to lead the way, and I just think whatever you're doing right now, you're not being seen the way you're meant to be seen. So you got my other miracle card, the Star, sent from up above. This is being guided. True wishes coming true. The Elephant, unstoppable. Obstacles finally removed, but power, wise, trust, supportive, but have your wits about you too. See yourself. Don't be swayed either. I always say important decisions like this, you don't want to let people in on until you make the decision, because I just feel whatever this is, say you turn to family, friends, they're going to do it in a way of more protection. They want to kind of just, because I feel it's something really outside of the box. You're already going to be nervous, so you don't want to be getting advice, because I feel the people around you will also try and stop you, not in a malicious way. It's like they're going to have lack of belief. That it's that stingray card. It's not about listening to others, it's listening to yourself, because you're already going to be struggling with lack of belief. So if you have, remember what our brain wants us to hear, what our brain sees, looks for validation. You're already going to be a bit about this decision. So your brain is going to seek out people, if it knows it or not, that people are, that the people that are going to hold you back from making this decision. You've got this. Okay. Sun. Last card. It's definitely a masculine energy connected to this though. But this underneath the dog, don't let your ego take over you. This is purposeful. Success. This is something you've wished for. But again, it's just going to be delivered a little bit differently. Self-realization, reason over instinct. I think it's more logic over emotion. Vitality directed right towards you. This is going to tap you even deeper into your identity. But this, every single deck you've got the Sun. Every single deck. Just for you as a collective, you've got the Sun 3 times. Just saying. Your new beginning is coming. Opportunity, jump in, just do it, embrace the unknown. You're an individual, we know that, rebel without a cause. Or maybe you should ask people that are going to say no to you. If you're a rebel, the more people don't believe, the more you might want to do it. It's like you like to prove people wrong. That's a good quality. Okay. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this person connected to you. Okay, first I just want to see this person's true feelings. I would just want to see how this goes first, because anyway, let's just see this first. Okay, that's good. There it is. So I do think for some of you this has just happened, or literally it's about to, but they have been going through inning. The reason I just wanted to see these first, you've got to remember they've come up as the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's not the best energy, okay? There could have been a karmic connection, but definitely karmic energy in their life. So when they're thinking of you, there's also someone else that, let's get one more for karmic. Okay, so I'm going to be completely transparent with this collective. Maybe another reason they've been a bit this way, I wouldn't be surprised if they've had someone in their life, maybe a little bit more of a situationship in their life that they've kind of been hot and cold with, even maybe before you were even in the picture, okay? If it's a family member, if it's a friend, they're definitely have always been ups and downs with that person too. But I heard straight away there literally could have been I don't want to say an actual connection. It's smelling something quite secretive, maybe a little bit forbidden, something that's again been in their life for a very long time that has never really taken off or come into complete commitment. But maybe once upon a time there was commitment, maybe for a shorter period, but it's like this person has never really, that tie was never severed. It was clearly a lesson they needed to learn. But when they think of you, they do think about this, and even have had a lot of turbulence, especially with that behavior, the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands in reverse. They could also be reflecting on some of the ups and downs you've had and the hot and cold that you guys have experienced. They're going over I think this was a part of the separation. So when they're thinking of you, they're thinking of the separation. Surprise call message, socials, DM, inner child healing. First card. I think this has been in the background before you were around, but I think it is also confirming the ups and downs that you guys have faced since your separation as well. And maybe, and I did feel this when that earth sign came out in the purple deck, there could have been interference and opinions on your connection, which created hot and cold energy, which confirms the friends, family opinions as well, that accelerated that behavior towards you. Not that that's an excuse. I'm just, this is how they feel right now. There it is. So perfect. So they are going through that justice card. I'm going to have to get their tarot to really see what's going on in their life, just to confirm. But so they are going through an activation, which is creating this bravery. But this courage card is actually very beautiful. It's not just about courage. They know they need persistence and determination, bravery. So it's not like they're just thinking, one phone call, everything's going to be okay. They know it's not going to be easy for you guys to get back on the same page. And this collective, they can clearly feel it, because that's what I was feeling from your energy. When it comes to this person, even though deep down in your soul, they still own the key to your heart, you have a different approach when it comes to how you see this person in your mind. Maybe for a long time, that was the longing, the craving, the this or that. There's something shifting in the right collective soul. It's like they can feel that energy shift from you. It could be distance between you guys. All right, inner healing. Oh, beautiful. So they're coming into their... It's so funny because you're needing your yang energy right now. Their inner healing is coming from their emotion. And that's what they need. Let's be real. Look at how they've presented in your eyes. So their compassion, their understanding, their empathy, and even their intuition. I always see her as my high priestess, my oracle. But they've been healing their feminine energy. You've clearly been healing your masculine, but your next chapter, you need that masculine strength for when it comes to your success. So it's like you're finally letting go of the frequency of your feminine energy, and it's ricocheting to them. When you guys first activate, I see it all the time. I'm the divine feminine. I'm the divine feminine. You need balance. You need to embody your yin and yang. It's not just about being a divine feminine. It's balance. And when you guys just hold on to this and you put yourself on that pedestal, because that's what happens in divines. I see it all the time. I'm healing. I'm this. I'm that. I'm da-da-da. They're not doing anything. I'm not saying this collective, it was to that extreme, but it's just such a pattern for you guys. You're starting to... And I'm not saying you don't embody your feminine, but you're not just holding on to that feminine energy anymore. You're understanding the balance that's needed. And this person, they need to heal this. I wouldn't be surprised if you align to them as a wounded feminine, or maybe a wounded. But wounded feminine holds themselves in an ivory tower, the blame game, the lack of vulnerability. Okay, so whatever this karmic energy, hot and cold, all the deviations, it was sent from the divine. It's been in lifetimes. This is something that needed to be healed and severed, and clearly in your time away. But the divines had a hold of this the whole time. Okay, so, and I felt it. Wounded feminine, mother trauma. There could be some mother interference here, but this is what has stopped them from this call, that they're wounded feminine, feeling entitled, feeling like they weren't in the wrong. This is why they were treated like terrible behavior. But anyway, they are healing this within them. Huge confirmation. Inner child healing with feminine energy, reflecting on the lack of emotion and understanding towards you, the lack of empathy, compassion that they've had. They could be going through truly friction with their mother right now. I think for the first time in a long time, they're seeing this separation properly. They're not blaming you anymore. Oh, one of my favorite. So you've inspired them through this separation. Do you know it? No. That's one of the things I felt in the main energy. I don't think you've seen the justice energy over them. You still have the impression of the oh, hold on, say them, hold on. Sorry, she needed to go out. So through this, they've been inspired by you, which is beautiful, with wisdom, serenity, faith, spirit, harmony, peace, belief, hope, love, trust. Last one, courage, and activated. Oh, do you know it? No, but you are, because you need courage towards your path now. On the same frequency, you have a different activation coming over you, but yours is to do with your pentacles. But that courage that you're needing for that, it's activating through them. Very nice. Cosmic healing over you both. Let's just get one more. And yeah, they could be seeing finally, so they've awakened. The toot. Beautiful. All right, I just quickly want to see what's going on in their life. I want to get the universe's perspective on this connection, and then we'll see their true intention and what's coming next in this connection. Okay. I'll get these for them. Alright, what's going on in this person's life right now? There they are. That's how you see them. So they're going over missed opportunities and rude and insincere, hurtful people, which is making them reflect judgment. But they're coming into it. So new spiritual story, forgiveness, awakening. We know that they're activating their feminine, right? But they're evaluating everything in their life. They're going through a rebirth, knowing they need action. Certain decisions are on the table for renewal, reuniting their past, present, future version of themselves, if they know it or not, but they still have a bit of self-doubt. So they still are a little bit indecisive, still have some self-doubt. Remember, this says unwilling to learn. I think they're finally, because remember what I said for you, it's not that they're just like, oh, I hate this about myself and not change. They're finally starting to realize and really put effort into not reacting the ways that they always react and the decisions that they always have. They're really transitioning through this judgment energy right now. Okay, so the wheel's been turning against them, and that's the only way to learn. So right now, unfortunately, it's turning against them, but it's a turning point and a big push. So challenges, external forces, they're going through upheavals, karmic lessons. So because they've been unwilling to learn, they're starting to realize my decisions, my actions repeat my life, in my life. It's so funny. Yesterday I had a collective and the masculine. It's more that they're just starting to realize this. I feel this person's been sitting in it for a while, but it's kind of the same energy. Not as extreme as yesterday. So family things, but I think this is making them focus on you and what once was. This card specifies divine love, okay, but harmony, blissful, I think that's you, wanting stability, going over the stability, especially because there's so much focus on this separation right now. I want one more for that, just to confirm. Holy moly, 10 of coins and 10 of cups. Stop it. Definitely you, but also definitely things to do with family right now. This is what they want. So this is why this is so relevant to them right now. They want to be happy. All right, one more for your top row. So going over social things, going over certain friendships. This is also a card of reuniting, but I think this person has prioritized the wrong things for a long time, and they're starting to realize that. An event that came up of recent that unfortunately really illuminated this kind of behavior in their life. I'm about to confirm them all. I feel whatever this is, they're seeing clearly now, and I feel something frictional has happened here. All right, Knight of Swords in reverse. So they are like you. They want to change this. They know they need to ground this. They got the Page of Coins under this. They know they're not going to change their life without hard work and goals in place. And this card specifies study of magic. I don't think they're studying magic, but I think their mind's evolving, especially with this Judgment card here. One more for that. Something about their faith being restored, which is beautiful. Yeah, from you got it upright, they got it in reverse. So now they're starting to iron out all the details, all the unstable situations in their life, how things have been on pause and felt delayed. All the things that they didn't have caution over before, they have it now. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is why they're wanting to make change. Not blaming anymore. They're taking accountability. All right, Judgment. You got it upright, they got it in reverse. Two of Coins, and that was your second row, I'm pretty sure. How they overcommit to the wrong things, their poor choices. The way they drop the ball, the unwilling to learn karmic lessons, deep reflection, how it just overwhelms them, how they need more organization, how they need more structure in their life, how they got to stop taking shortcuts. This is what they're putting under review through this Judgment period, this activation. And again, leading to having more courage to get their shit together. The Wheel in reverse. Ace of Cups in reverse, how they've been holding back, repressing their emotion, not trusting their intuition, listening to everyone around them, not taking care of themselves, not focusing on self-love, not focusing on change. This is why the wheel doesn't turn for me. I'm constantly making the wrong decisions in my life. I'm not changing. I'm not evolving. I need to heal these things. And however they've treated you, love-wise, karma, sorry, have to say it. This row is beautiful. I think it's reflection on what they want. 10 of Coins, 10 of Cups. That's magic, that row. Yeah, how they created discord with you. Lovers in reverse. Discord, the disharmony, the trust issues, the disconnect, the imbalance. Why didn't I see this? Why didn't I see this soul connection? Look what I had. Look what I had. And look what I lost because of my terrible behavior. Wow. And as well, there could be some friction. Like I said, disharmony, trust issues. It clarifies both. I knew it. This 3 of Cups, 5 of Wands. So whatever these friendships, whatever this, there could have been some form of argument, upheaval, chaotic kind of energy that happened at a gathering, competition, arguing, chaos, misunderstandings, lost opportunity, temper. There's something that has come into their life with good friends or some form of event that completely went AWOL, and it's kind of really activated a lot of them. And it could be tied to an earth sign. Someone that's greedy, possessive, hasty, disloyal, jealous, stubborn, ungrounded. A King of Coins. One more. I never mix my cards up like that messy. It's like this is this person's insides right now. All messy and ugh. Finally ready to drop the wands, readjust, release, reduce, get their priorities straight. Okay, they're starting to shift things from feeling stuck because they don't finish at the shortcuts in life. Okay. I just want to let's get six cards from the universe's perspective on your connection, and then we're going to get intention, and then we're going to see what's coming next for you guys. They got it too. You got that. So them themselves wanting to ground right this connection, past life. It's evolving both of your connection to source, your personal growth, fertility, grounded, tree of life. Holy moly, you got the crow. And you got the coffin. You guys could have actually, and you did get the loss of a child as well at the start, but you guys could have actually experienced a lot of losses. I find a lot of divines do that. Memories, remembering, activating your magical power, your mystery, the new event or happening, an omen. 5th of the 7th, 7th of the 5th, 22, 8th of the 9th, 9th of the 8th, death, loss, inactive, forgotten, discouraged, you were spellbound. The ending, the breakup, done, over and done. It was meant to happen. I said that at the start. It was destined. It was in your plan, you two. One more for that. But now you've got dolphin energy over the ending. It was meant to harmonize, create peace, effective communication. You both needed to work on it. In tune with each other, joy, another card of collaborations. You needed to part ways. Would never have worked. To learn to overcome. These were always destined to be here. It's part of your soul contract. The obstacles, the problems, the distance, the pride, the blockages, the indifference. So that behavior at the start. Sad, but neither of you would have learnt your self-love without it. This person made you walk through a lot of fires to get to where you are now. The delays were destined. One more. It needed to be balanced by the angels. Temperance. Stop it. So this says timing-wise within the next 14 to 30 days something could be shifting here. Just teach you both patience, how to balance emotion, how to go within. Last one, ladybug. Luck is on your side, an abundant life. You were meant to create happy, comfort, leisure, good health, balance, wishes coming true. Birth of a daughter. You really could have a child destined here because this one's about fertility too. Oh, let's get one more. Last one. Oh, let's get two for that, the mask. But this is also, and if you guys are really divine, you both hold a mask in life, but this is also about persona, presentation, perform. Like, it's also about theater and but without their mask questioned your self-worth for so long, and I'm pretty sure they felt the same in their own right. You were meant to find yourself and your self-belief even with this mask on. You were putting too much reliance on this person to see you, to see yourself. Their mask was there. Their veil was there for a reason. It never came down to how this person saw you. It was meant to be how you saw yourself. I hope that makes sense. Because even though there was insane chemistry, lacking each other equally the whole time, this person didn't show you that. But you weren't meant to be shown that. You were meant to find your value and worth without this person's words. And realize this was never your fault. You're amazing. Till you find your self-love and see your reflection, they've got no hope. You were never meant to worry about this. You were never meant to worry about the mask. The leap of faith was always going to come, but they didn't want you to worry. They wanted you to move on from that. Okay? Focus on your prosperity. So what? It literally says, so what? So what about the mask? And you've got birth of a son. You've got birth of a son and birth of a daughter here. But luck was always on your side, but you just couldn't see it. 14th of the 5th. One more. I said 6, and now it's going to be a long reading. Oh, it's part of your soul contract. Literally. The rings. Your agreement, your pact, your cycles, your soul contract. Trust, alliance, commitment, circular, continuing on, the promise, the bond. You weren't meant to get the closure at the time. It was never meant to be. This was your story to activate you both. Okay, let's just get their intention. I love in like all the decks, the Trinity card. I know it wanted to come out in the, but it's because this collective, you're finally detaching from the label. Good. Okay. I said detaching from the label and soulmate came out. Okay, so they're going over their charismatic, the karmic, the hot and cold. They didn't understand your connection and the way they were feeling for you. They weren't ready for whatever it was. They couldn't handle it. So they tried not to think about it by being a charismatic Casanova. But now they're realizing. So, and I think this is still in them a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because when they're thinking of you, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I feel you are my equal. You make me want to be a better person, not just for you, but also for myself. You challenge me to grow and change. Beautiful. But the differences, all divines, you have societal issues, age gap, nobility factors, cultural differences, religion, all of you have a spiritual imbalance, because that's what's you're meant to make them find that Hierophant, High Priestess within. But they still go over the blocks and the obstacles. Our differences drove us apart. It angered me that, I'm going to say, we both didn't understand where we were coming from. It still pains me we can't come to an agreement even though we love each other. I want to actually confirm this charismatic Casanova. I was speaking of it in past tense, but now I feel that this could be around them a little bit still. Hold on. Nah, they're breaking free from it. So they did this because they never thought they deserved love. I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone that didn't deserve love and happiness. So they chose to align in situationships. That's a true avoidant tendency. I was always angry with my life and pushed love away because I thought I didn't deserve it. So they're reflecting on this behavior and their decisions now. That's good. Soulmate. Aries, you could be a fire sign, this person, but the energy of this card, so underneath this soulmate energy, I was impulsive, irrational, and selfish. They know it. They're going over their they're not seeing themselves as a Knight of Wands, but they are in reverse, but they're seeing themselves as that Knight of Swords in reverse. They know. I push this connection to its breaking point. I'm sorry for causing so much conflict in our lives. Last one. 2, fire is important because you just got Sagittarius. So this could be involvement as well with the barriers. I can't show that card, but that's the triggered card. So numbers 77, 90, 12, 78, very good angel number about luck, 82, 29, and 30. This could be car plate numbers, house numbers, birthdays, year of birth. I said a lot of things I should not have said, and it's funny because this differences, I spoke it as if it was both of you, not just them blaming you. So this person said some things that were very nasty here about your differences. I said them out of anger and fear. Sometimes I say things without even thinking. I'm sorry for hurting you with my words. And then the triggered card. I get so emotional when your name comes up or when I see... they're just triggered by you right now. I believe that. Good or bad, they get highly... Because you like a bit like yesterday's collective, you're making them reflect on things right now, which is good. Okay. Let's get a dice. I think it's the 14 to 30 days. I should just do the month ahead. Oh, that fell on the ground. Not meant to get that color. All right, let's get a little one then. It's not wanting me to bring it out. Okay. 2. I'm going to say 2 weeks. 14 days. Okay. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. This their action next 2 weeks. All right. So there it is. That's what you got. It's them. That 8 of Cups with the King of Cups. High Priestess. Whoa. I do think, okay, I always say King of Cups, he's very emotionally open, warm-hearted, charismatic about surface level stuff. When it comes to real in-depth vulnerabilities and triggers, he clams up, especially with this High Priestess. She's quite mysterious. But I do think things that were mysterious, kept in the dark, things that were meant to be kept in the dark behind that mask, I do think are going to be spoken about. I think they're coming through wanting to speak about this. Walk away. You got confession, okay? But I'm going to be honest. I don't think they're going to open up about everything. But the way it's going to present, emotionally intelligent, intuitive, passionate, devoted, faithful, but reliable, okay? But about the walk away, which you've never had. You got the axe and the stabbed in the back. But just here, little bit secretive still, hidden truth. I think they're going to say enough to not push you away, but I feel there's so much more that needs to be said. I'm gonna be honest. Like, those two together, I really see him. He reminds me of a Scorpio. He feels so much, right? Feels so much, but very hard to express sensitivities and depth of emotion. But, oops, sorry, pig. Chariot. Once this person makes their decision, they're on that chariot. A lot of determination confirms that Lion card. They will put persistence in. So if they are like this, right, and they know they need perseverance, persistence, a lot of direct action towards you, and I had a collective, I think it was at the beginning of the week, this person knows it's not going to be easy. So it's not like they're just expecting you to bring all your walls down. I just want to make that clear. Okay. One more, and then I want to see the Ace of Pentacles, Six of Cups in reverse, the return from the past. Eight of Wands. It's going to be rapid. This is a card of good news too. I don't think they're going to, like, when I read love, I always have my 8 love arrows coming towards you. They will be putting in a lot of action, and when it comes, it's not going to stop. I think it's going to be very consistent and kind of you not letting you breathe. Where the other collective I had, that I said this person knows it's going to take effort, I felt they were more of a personality type. They were going to say what they were going to say and let you be, and let you come to the table when you were ready. Where even though I feel this person knows it's not going to be easy, I don't think they're going to bloody give you enough room to breathe, if that makes sense. So that might have to be something you need to handle carefully and gracefully. If it's making, remember the leading message, very different kind of approach to that. Anyway, all right, let's see the universe's perspective, the outcome. I'm on the fence with this one. Oh God, there's that Two of Wands. So they're part of your decision. This could really line in with your career in some way or form. There is a pure intention, a lot of them, but it's going to need balance, and that's why they're nudging you to work on your balance now. Shadow will be activated, so your desire for, don't lead with shadow. Whatever you did in the past, do not do it again. This needs balance. This needs, I know this is the universe's perspective, but they're really saying your shadow and certain triggers are going to be activated. So lead with your intuition and self-love. It's a pure intention. It's a pure cup coming towards you, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to need balance. I wouldn't be making decisions too quickly, but you are getting prepared for future planning. But a huge deviation, and my mind gravitated towards that for a reason at the start, about how this collective, you lack balance in your life when you're in love. If you don't have balance in your life this time, I promise you it's not going to end well. You need people you can turn to. You got the reuniting. So you will reunite. Reunion, take you out, go on a few dates. I wouldn't bring all your walls down. There's nothing here about union in the next 2 weeks. This seems like conversation. You guys could go on a date. I wouldn't be making decisions too quickly, but there will be things about planning here and decisions of planning. I think it's more to, go on a few dates, maybe see each other. But one more. Oh, yeah, be careful. I wouldn't be sitting. I do think that needs to be. 5 of Cups, there was a silver lining in this whole situation, and I explained it before when we were reading the universe's perspective. I do think that we just split that on expect the unexpected. I do think this will be emotional, but this is going to call you to see the emotion outside of the box. If you don't have people you can turn to, and this is reactivating the things you were going to heal, you don't want to be sitting by your phone. Like, I just feel this could resurface this kind of emotion, especially if it's spoken about. It's like it's going to stir so many things to the surface. I wouldn't have an expectation of union. I'd let this person put in the dedicated effort. needed towards you, and the universe is really saying you want to see if this aligns and creates balance, or if it creates emotional restlessness. This is causing more triggers than it is balance, pure intention or not. Protect yourself and your emotion. If you going on a few dates with this person makes this kind of emotion stir up, that's your answer. You're not ready. They don't align to you. One more. Let them put in the dedicated effort. You need it to trust them, and they need it as well. You guys need to build trust back. That doesn't happen without dedicated effort. Again, there's no pairing here, there's no nothing. These next couple weeks is just to maybe start talking and getting back on the same page. You will never be able to heal this kind of energy without really talking on a deep level. And the way they're coming in, they're only giving you, I don't even want to say half-truths. I think they're lying to you. I just think they're holding back, and that's just as bad, really, in my eyes. They're holding back some important things. You want to wait till you can really trust this person. And true divines, even if someone's not lying and they're just holding back truth, you see right through it. And you get nervous, you get anxious. And I wouldn't be pushing anything until there's trust built. Okay. You get the royal love. That's come out in the past 3 readings. It never comes out. You've had a life of royalty with this person. The Venus star could happen on a Friday. Luck is on your side. You got the elephant again. You got the gold elephant too. It's abundance. The love bell is on its way. Putting your heart back together again. That takes time. And this person could be going through grievances with a best friend. So could you. But truly putting a heart back together does not happen overnight. Masculine energy, the sun on the back of this, it says, Chloe. You're both getting a lot of signs of each other right now. You could have just found 2 beautiful feathers. Lightning. I think it's more when it comes in, it's going to be very shocking, but it could happen on a stormy night or like a lightning storm. But I just think the 8 of like the rapid movement, it's going to be a bit like, huh? You got the peach. You could have a nice bum. This person could have a nice bum. Broken ring. You could have just broken a ring. $0.20 piece. This is my 2006 one. I got a 2010 one too. 2006 could have been an important year for you, or you're repeating a cycle. See what was happening in 2006 emotionally, even if it was another connection. There's something, I think there's a reason that came to my mind. Purple candle wax. So M, E, P and F initials. Balancing your beautiful heart and have confidence in yourself, and the 2 pearls. You're both special people. You're both very broken too. Okay. Oh, that went on 8. You could be an 8. This person could be an 8, but Saturn doing its thing right now. 5th of the 8th, 8th of the 5th, 3rd of the 5th, 5th of the 3rd, 6th of the 5th, 5th of the 6th, 5, 5th of the 5th, birthday wise. 18th of the 11th, 7, 7, 7th at portal energy, 7th of the 6th, 6th of the 7th. All right, my loves, I love you guys. Have a good day.